Good morning, students. Now in this class we discuss a PN junction. In the last class, how PN junction is formed. We have discussed about how a PN junction is formed. So PN junction is formed by doping one half of the intrinsic semiconductor with pentavalent element and other half with a trivalent element, and it becomes a PN junction diode. Okay. Now assume this is the PN junction diode. Okay, this is P and this is N. So that in this P type, holes are the majority carriers, and in this N type, electrons are the majority carriers. Okay. Now doping with one half with trivalent and one half with pentavalent, this PN junction is formed. So this is the PN junction. Okay. Now in this region, the holes are majority carriers, and in this electrons are majority carriers. Okay. Now when this PN junction is formed by the property of diffusion, because here in this P region, holes are the majority carriers, so the number of holes is greater than that of the number of holes in this N type. Similarly, in this N type, majority carriers are electrons, so the number of electrons in this N type are greater in number compared to this P type. So as there is a variation of concentration, so these electrons drift towards this junction and these holes drift towards this junction, so that these holes diffuse towards the N type and these free electrons diffuse towards the P type. So when these two cross this junction and enter into this region, what happens is the region surround the neighboring this junction, when these electrons diffuse from N type to P type, and the holes from P type to N type, diffusion takes place, so that if the electrons are diffused from N type, it will remain, it becomes a positive ions like this. Because as N type material, that means N type impurity is pentavalent impurity, as the one electron has diffused from N type region, it leaves behind a positive ion, because when the electron is removed from an atom, it becomes a positive ion. So a positive ion, that means these, similarly here in P type also, as the hole is diffused from P region to N region, it becomes a negatively charged region. Okay. That means the hole, if the hole is moved towards the N region, means these diffused electrons may combine with the fill that covalent bonds of this impure atom, so that when this accepts one electron, it becomes negative ion. So a region which is free from mobile charge carriers, that means these ions are immobile. So the region is formed which is free from mobile charge carriers, and this region is called depletion region or depletion layer. Okay. So when the PN junction is formed, the majority carriers in the N type, that are electrons, diffuse from N region to P region, and the majority carriers of P region, that are holes, which diffuse from P region to N region, so that they will leave behind positive and negative ions in their respective regions, so that these positive ions, that means a region is formed on either side of this junction which is free from mobile charge carriers or free charge carriers. So this region is called depletion layer. or depletion region. And this region is of very small thickness of order 1 micrometer. So its thickness will be very small of order 1 micrometer. So when the junction is formed, that means first when the junction is formed, the charge carriers will move from one side to another side. After moving from one side to another side, they leave behind positive and negative ions in their regions, so that that region becomes free from mobile charge carriers, and that region is called depletion layer. And now this particular depletion layer, so that what happens is a positive ion is deposited on this n-type, and negative ions or negative region is formed in p region. So that as negative and positive charges are separated by this region, so an electric field is established between these depletion layer, because positive charge is here and negative charge is here. So an electric field like this, which is directed from positive charge or positive polarity, is established here. So, and this potential or the voltage is called barrier potential. Called barrier potential BB. Okay, and this barrier potential, 1 minute. Okay, so due to this immobile charge carriers, immobile ions on p type and n type, they will induce an electric field across the junction, and which is directed from n type to p type, because n type, as the electrons are leaving this n type, it becomes positive ion, that region becomes positive, whereas electrons are accepted by this trivalent impurity, so this region becomes negative charge. So an electric field is always directed from positive charge to negative charge. So an electric field is induced across this p-n junction, and which is directed from n type to p type. Okay, like this. And this potential is called barrier voltage or barrier potential. Barrier means which restricts. This barrier potential restricts or stops the further movement of charge carriers from one side to other side. Okay, these negative ions repel these positive ions, and these positive charges, electrons, this positive charge repels these holes. That means when once this barrier potential is formed, or once this depletion layer is formed, which restricts the further movement of charge carriers from one side to another side. Thus, this depletion layer and an electric field is introduced or established across this junction, and that is called, and the voltage across this junction is called barrier voltage or barrier potential, represented by VB. Its order, this barrier potential depends on the three factors. One, material. Material means it is different from silicon to germanium. That means it depends upon the nature of the material. It is different for germanium and silicon. So it depends on the nature of the material. And second one is temperature, and third one is doping concentration. It also depends on doping concentration. If this doping concentration is more, means this layer thickness decreases. Okay. So this barrier potential depends on these three factors. Okay. So when p-n junction, how p-n junction is formed means, when an intrinsic semiconductor, one half is doped with pentavalent element and other half is doped with trivalent element, and one half becomes p-type material, one half becomes n-type material, so that at the junction between these two is called a p-n junction. And once p-n junction is formed, due to the variation of concentration of holes and electrons from their region to other region, they will diffuse from their own region to other region. That means holes diffuse from p-type to n-type, and free electrons diffuse from n-type to p-type. So due to, usually the electrons which are very close to this junction will diffuse first, so that when the electrons leave their n-type region and enter into the p-type region, they leave behind positive ion in this their n-type region. Similarly, when the holes move towards the junction, there is a probability of the whole electron recombination, so that this particular region becomes free from mobile charge carriers, and that region is called depletion region. Typically, its thickness is about 1 micrometer. A small thin layer is formed, and whose thickness is about 1 micrometer. Okay. Due to this formation of depletion region, so an electric field is introduced across this junction, which is directed from n-type to p-type, because in the n-type region positive ions are there, in the p-type regions negative ions are there. So electric field is always from positive to negative. So electric field is induced from p-type to n-type like this, and the potential across this junction is called barrier potential, that is VB, and this VB depends upon the nature of the material, temperature and doping concentration. Okay. Now the working of PN junction diode. Now we will see the working of PN junction diode. How PN junction diode operates, or the operation of PN junction diode. So the operation of PN junction diode involves in two different ways or two different methods, and that is called, suppose this is the PN junction. Okay. Assume that this is the PN junction. So positive ions are deposited in this N region, negative ions are deposited in this P region, so that a barrier potential is introduced across this junction. So this is the junction actually, PN junction. Okay. Now if the p-type material is connected to positive polarity of an external battery and n-type is connected to negative polarity of an external battery, okay, P to P, positive terminal is connected to p-type and negative terminal is connected to n-type like this, and this connection, this is called forward bias. So if the PN junction, the p-type material is connected to positive polarity and n-type material is connected to negative polarity, then this is called forward bias. And similarly, if this is the junction, this is the depletion region, this is the junction. Now if when this p-type is connected to negative terminal of the external battery and n-type is connected to positive terminal of an external battery, and this connection is called reverse bias. Okay, forward bias and reverse bias. Okay, when in a PN junction, when the p-type material is connected to positive polarity and n-type is connected to negative polarity of the external battery, then that connection is called forward bias connection. And when p-type is connected to negative terminal of the battery and n-type is connected to positive terminal of the battery, and that connection is called reverse bias. You have to remember in this way, P to P, positive P, or P to positive, N to negative, this is called forward bias. If we reverse this, P, N, N, P, and this is reverse bias. Okay, you have to remember in this way. So P, P and NN are connected, then it is forward bias. If you reverse or change this opposite, P, N, N, P, then it is reverse bias. Okay. Now the working of PN junction in forward bias. Okay, working of PN junction diode in forward bias. Okay. Now this is the PN junction like this. Okay. Okay. This is the positive charge, positive immobile positive ions in this N type and immobile negative ions in P type. So the holes are there. Similarly, the holes which are majority carriers in P type and electrons which are majority carriers in N type, like this. Now, what is forward bias means? Connecting the P-type material to the positive polarity of external battery and connecting negative terminal to the N-type material, then it is a forward bias. So, this plus and this is minus. So, sorry, 1 minute. Here there is a electric field, due to which that electric field, this is VB, that is barrier potential. Now, if P-type is connected to positive terminal, N-type is connected to negative terminal. Now, an electric field is introduced across this PN junction, that is by this external battery. So, that whose direction is from positive to negative, like this. So, when external battery is connected in such a way that the P-type is connected to positive terminal, N-type is connected to negative terminal of the battery, an electric field is introduced across this junction due to this external applied electric field, that is, which acts along negative P-type to N-type, like this. So, that if two electric fields which are in opposite direction, means the strength of this barrier potential decreases. Okay. Now, what suppose due to this external field, the potential, the voltage across this PN junction is assumed that this is V. Okay, that is V. So, the resultant potential here is V minus VB. Okay. Now, if V is 0, that means this applied voltage is 0, then only this potential, barrier potential, which acts from negative to positive terminal. But if we introduce an electric field such that a potential across the junction is V, which is like in this direction, so that the resultant potential at this junction across the junction becomes V minus V0. Assume that the applied voltage is less than the barrier potential. By anyhow, here the resultant is VB minus V. That means the strength of this barrier potential decreases because it is negative sign, minus V. So that the strength of the barrier potential decreases. So, and not only that, these positive polarity, and here the holes are the majority carriers which are positively charged. So, this positive polarity of the battery repels these holes towards the junction. That means these holes are repelled by this positive polarity towards the junction. Similarly, this negative polarity repels these negatively charged electrons towards the junction. And also, the strength of this barrier potential also decreases due to the application of this electric field. Okay. So that the strength of the, so that these electrons and holes move towards the junction, slowly what happens is the width of the layer decreases, width of the depletion layer decreases, and also strength of this barrier potential also decreases. So, if the applied voltage is slowly increased, applied voltage is slowly increased, suppose at a particular voltage, what happens is this applied voltage is equal to the barrier potential VB. In that case, here the voltage across becomes 0. So the electric field here at this point becomes 0. So these positively holes and negatively charged holes are free to move from one side to another side, so that the current increases sharply from there. So first, when this barrier potential is, first what happens is, due to the application of the external field, the barrier potential strength decreases such as V minus Vb. Okay. Now increasing this applied voltage slowly, what happens is, the width of this depletion layer slowly reduces, and if the applied voltage equal to this Vb, then what happens is, this depletion layer disappears and the charge carriers move freely from one side to another, so that conduction takes place in this p-n junction diode. Okay. So that once this applied voltage equal to this barrier potential, so that the depletion layer disappear and the current rises very sharply. Okay. So first the current first rises slowly, and once the applied potential is equal to the barrier potential, that current becomes sharply rises. Okay. Increases very sharply. So this is the working of p-n junction diode in forward bias. Okay. Now what happens is, when this positive forward biasing means, this p-type material or p-type p-n junction diode, the p is connected to the positive polarity and n-type material is connected to the negative polarity, then that is called forward bias. When the p-n junction is forward bias, what happens is, an electric field is established in opposite to this barrier field. Okay. So the strength of this barrier potential decreases by V minus Vb. The resultant potential across the junction becomes Vb minus V. So, and also the positive polarity repels the positive charged holes which are in p side, p type, are repelled and they move towards this p-n junction. Similarly, this n type, in the n type material, electrons are negatively charged, which are majority carriers, and that are repelled by this negative polarity of the battery. They also move towards the junction. So that in this way, that means what happens? They are repelled means they gain energy, so that they can overcome this barrier. Okay. And also strength of the barrier is also decreased, so that they move, so that the strength, the width of this barrier potential decreases, depletion layer decreases. In that way, by slowly increasing this applied field, what happens? When we increase this applied field, more number of holes will repelled by this positive polarity, so that they will move towards the junction. Similarly, electrons are also, more number of electrons are repelled, which are also moved towards the junction. In this way, the width of this depletion layer decreases. If the applied voltage becomes equal to the barrier potential, what happens is, the depletion layer disappear and the current, the charge carriers will move flow from one side to another side, so that the current across this junction increases very sharply. Okay. And that means current is flowing through this junction, through the p-n junction, when it is forward biased. And also here the depletion layer width is decreasing. That means it offers low resistance in forward bias. So you have to remember these 2 points. The diode, first point is, in forward bias, the p-n junction diode offers small resistance, and second one, and in forward bias the diode conducts. That means it allows current. That means current flows through the p-n junction diode when it is in forward bias. Also forward, as the depletion layer width is decreasing, means it offers very small resistance. And it conducts means in forward bias, current flows through this p-n junction diode, and the current of forward current will be in the order milliamperes. Remember these 3 points. Okay. So when p-n junction is forward bias means the depletion layer width, you have to remember these 3 points. The depletion layer width decreases, and the junction offers very low resistance and current flows through. If the applied voltage becomes equal to the barrier potential, current flows through this PN junction. That means forward bias, the current will, the diode will conduct in forward bias, and the current of the forward current will be of the order milliamperes. Okay. So, this is the working of PN junction diode in forward bias. Okay. Now, we discuss the reverse bias. What happens in reverse bias? Okay, this is PN junction, PN. Okay, this is the junction. Okay. Now, what is reverse bias means? Connecting the P-type material to the negative terminal of the external battery and N-type material to the positive terminal of the external battery, like this. Okay. Now, when this negative terminal of the battery and positive terminal of the battery is connected to N-type, then this is reverse bias. So, how this diode works in reverse bias? You see, this negative polarity here, sorry, 1 minute. These are the holes which are majority carriers in P-type, and electrons are the majority carriers in this N-type. Okay. Now, this applied electric field is from N-type, positive polarity is connected to N-type and negative polarity is connected to P-type. So, the applied electric field is also in the same direction of that of the established electric barrier voltage or barrier potential or barrier field, what we can say. So, that means the strength of this barrier, suppose applied voltage is V, then the strength of the barrier potential increases like VB plus V. That means it restricts the strength, as the strength of this barrier potential is increased, it restricts more number of these charge carriers to cross the junction. So that if more number of charge carriers are restricted to cross the junction, and also as this positive polarity is connected to n-type where the negatively charged holes are the majority carriers, these electrons are attracted towards the sweep out by the positive polarity. And similarly in this case, this negative polarity attracts these positively charged holes which are the majority carriers in p-type. They are swept out by this negative polarity. In this way, the width of this layer increases. Which layer? The depletion layer. Okay. So due to the increasing strength of the barrier potential, and the charge carriers are attracted towards are swept out by this positive polarity and negative polarity of the battery, the width of this depletion layer increases. So as width increases means it offers more resistance compared to the forward bias. So as the width of this depletion layer increasing means which is restricting more number of charge carriers. That means if the restricting charge carriers means its resistance increases. So thus the diode offers more resistance in reverse bias. Reverse bias. So first case. And next one, the diode, as it is offering resistance or more resistance to this current means, resistance means it does not conduct in reverse bias. It does not conduct in reverse bias. Okay. So that means when the PN junction is reverse biased, the barrier strength of the barrier potential increases as both the directions of this applied voltage and this barrier potential are in the same direction, so that the strength of the barrier potential increases, means width of the barrier, width of the depletion layer increases, so the resistance of this resistance offered by the diode increases. So as the resistance increases, the current value it restricts the further movement of the charge carriers from one side to other side. That means the current becomes 0. So as in reverse bias, diode does not conduct in reverse bias, but there are minority carriers in both sides. Okay, there are minority carriers in n-type and minority carriers in p-type. The minority carriers in n-type are holes, very small in number like this, and the minority carriers in the p-type are electrons, which are small in number. Okay. So there are minority carriers in n-type and p-type. That means in n-type the holes are minority carriers, and in p-type electrons are minority carriers. But for these minority carriers, they are in forward bias, because holes are connected to positive polarity. N-type ante negative terminal, negative particles, negatively charged particles are connected to n-type, negative polarity. So these minority carriers are in forward bias. For minority carriers, it is reverse bias is forward bias. Okay. So as they are in forward bias, due to these minority carriers, a current flows through the, due to minority carriers, current flows across the junction. But as the minority carriers are very small in number, means the strength of that current also very small. So that third one, the reverse current, or it is called reverse saturation current, is in the order microamperes, whereas in forward bias, the current across the junction will be in milliamperes. Okay. So when the PN junction is reverse biased, the minority carriers on either side, that will become a forward bias, so that they will constitute a small current. The small current, because small current means as their number is less, the strength of the current is also small. So that very small current flows across the junction, and that current is called reverse saturation current. And reverse saturation current is due to the minority carriers, and that will be in the order microamperes. Okay. So, this is the working of the PN junction in reverse bias. So, you have to remember the working of PN junction diode means when it is forward biased, that means P type is connected to positive, N type is connected to negative polarity, the junction becomes forward bias, and in forward bias the width of the depletion layer slowly decreases and at a particular applied voltage it disappears, so that the current rises very sharply. Okay, and the diode conducts in forward. As the current is increasing means it is conducting in forward bias. So, in forward bias, width of the depletion layer decreases, resistance of the junction diode decreases, so that current increases, or the diode conducts in forward bias, and the forward current will be in the order milliamperes. Okay. And when we consider reverse biasing means connecting P type to negative terminal of the battery and N type to positive terminal of the battery, the width of the depletion layer increases. Okay, and the width of the depletion layer increases, the PN junction offers high resistance. As the resistance is increased means it will stop the flow of current, so that the diode will not conduct in reverse bias. Okay. So, but in reverse bias, for minority carriers it will be a forward bias, so that a small amount of current flows due to these minority carriers, and that is called reverse saturation current, and which will be in the order of microamperes. Okay. So, this is the working of for PN junction diode in forward and reverse bias. Okay. Now, one thing I have to explain about the currents. Suppose this is an intrinsic semiconductor. Assume that this is an intrinsic semiconductor. Then it is connected to it like this. So, these are holes and electrons are there in this. So, when we consider an intrinsic semiconductor, it consists equal number of electrons and holes because they are thermally generated. So, thermally generated charge carriers will be always be generated as electron hole pairs. So, the number of electrons is equal to number of holes. So, as these number of, when we connect like this to the battery, positive and negative, what happens is the electrons drift towards the opposite direction, holes drift in the direction of applied field and electrons drift opposite to the electric. This is the current. So, that the current inside this intrinsic semiconductor is the drift current due to holes and drift current due to sum of the drift current due to the holes and drift current due to the electrons. Actually, in drift what happens is as this hole drifts towards in the direction of the electric field means it drifts in from this side to this side, that means from positive polarity to negative polarity like this. So, when this hole reaches this terminal B, or this, suppose assume that is B and this end is A. Now, when it reaches this surface B, an electron from this negative polarity moves like this and recombines with this hole. Okay. When it reaches, the hole reaches this terminal B, an electron from this from the battery reaches this terminal and recombines with this. At the same time, another loosely bound covalent bond will break, another electron and hole pairs are created here, and this electron moves, as this is positive polarity, it moves like this and reaches this negative. So, when it gives an electron here, an electron comes to this position from this end. So in this way, in the external wires or external circuits, this is the direction of current. Okay. Now similarly, the similar process takes place in PN junction diode also. Okay. Similarly in PN junction also like this. This is the junction, P is connected to positive, N is connected to negative like this. So this is the junction. So when once the depletion layer is disappeared, it becomes reduces to 0. At that position, these holes drift towards this end and electrons drift towards this direction. Okay, similar phenomena. When these holes approaches this terminal B and this terminal A, an electron from this negative terminal of the battery reaches and recombines with this electron, and another electron hole pairs are created at this terminal, so that this electron moves towards this positive. So in this way, in the external circuit, in the internal circuit, this is the direction of the charge carriers, but in the external wires, this is the direction of current. Okay, you have to remember this. As there is no current in the flows across the junction, so in reverse bias there is no current. Now the characteristics of PN junction. PN junction characteristics. So PN junction characteristics is nothing but it is also called VI characteristics of PN junction, one and the same. VI characteristics of PN junction are PN junction characteristics. So here the characteristics means it is the graphical representation of variation of voltage and current, because it is V voltage, I current. VI characteristics means the graphical representation of a particular device by the graphical representation of variation of voltage and current of a particular device is called its VI characteristics. Okay, remember that point. So VI characteristics means graphical representation of a voltage, variation of voltage and current of a particular device is called its VI characteristics. Now we consider the VI characteristics of PN junction diode. For that, the circuit for the VI characteristics of PN junction diode is sorry, 1 minute. So 1 minute. Now the circuit symbol of PN junction diode. So PN junction diode is now in representation in circuit. Suppose we represent resistance by this symbol, capacitor by this symbol, inductor by this symbol, battery by this symbol. Okay, so these are the representation of symbolic representations of devices in an electric circuit. Now how PN junction diode is represented is, so PN junction diode is, this is for resistance, capacitance, inductance and voltage V applied voltage. So these are symbol. Now the symbol to represent the PN junction is this one. So in circuits we represent the PN junction diode by this symbol. Okay, so symbol of PN junction diode is this one. So a triangle and a straight line like this. and this triangle represents P type and this line represents N type. Okay. So this is the circuit symbol of PN junction diode. You have to remember this. So it is represented by this, and in this triangle represents P type and this line represents N type. Okay. Suppose if it is plus, suppose it is like this, means P is connected to positive polarity, N is connected to negative, so it is forward bias. Suppose if this is like this, then it is reverse bias. Okay, this is the circuit symbol of PN junction diode. Whenever we have to represent the PN junction, we use this symbol. Now the characteristics once again. So the circuit for this characteristics is or we may connect like this also. Okay, the rheostat or potentiometer. So this rheostat is a device which is a variable potential divider, or we can, by moving this arrow symbol on this rheostat, we can change the potential across this junction. Okay, and this is what. Now what is this is? Now this is the circuit for forward bias of PN junction diode. Okay, so when positive polarity is connected to P type, negative polarity is connected to N type. So this is the circuit for forward characteristics of PN junction diode. So already I have explained that characteristic curve means it is the variation graph representing the variation of potential and current. So now we consider the forward current, first forward bias. So taking voltage on x axis, current on y axis. Okay, as this applied voltage is positive polarity, and this is the positive voltage, assume that. Now fixing this particular, the voltage or the voltage of this external battery is fixed. So how we can vary the voltage across the junction is by varying its position of this arrow on this rheostat. Okay, now first this rheostat is adjusted such that the voltage across this junction, that means which is observed through this voltmeter V. So the potential or voltage across the junction is measured by this voltmeter V, and current flowing through this diode is measured using this ammeter. You know, always voltmeter is always to be connected parallel to the device, and ammeter is always connected in series with the device. Okay, so this is parallel connection and this is series connection. Now suppose if we apply a 5 volt or 3 volt across this junction, across this one, so that this voltage can be varied through this rheostat or potentiometer. Now by changing the position of this arrowhead on this rheostat, we can change the voltage across the junction that can be observed through this voltmeter. Now first this rheostat, this position of the arrow of this rheostat is adjusted such that the voltage across the junction is 0. That means voltmeter reading becomes 0. Now if we slowly increase the change position of this rheostat or this divider, the voltage across this junction increases, which is observed through this voltmeter. Now adjust the voltmeter reading from 0 to assume that 0.1 volt. Okay, then the current flowing through this ammeter, the ammeter reading is taken. Okay, the corresponding ammeter reading is taken. So, voltage across the junction, current across the junction, and its reading is taken, suppose 0.3 or 0 or 0.01 ampere, assume like that. Okay. Now, we change the position such that the voltmeter reads 0.2 volt and note the current here, and now change the 0.3 and note the current here. Okay. Slowly, that means by changing the voltage across the junction in steps of 0.1 voltage or whatever it is, so that at every voltage we have to note the current flowing through this ammeter. Okay. So, for every voltmeter reading we have to take the ammeter reading. So, these two are tabulated and a graph is drawn. So, the graph will be like this. That means the current is 0 for a certain time. When once the applied voltage reaches the barrier voltage, the current suddenly rises like this. Okay, as we discussed in the forward bias. So, when forward bias, the current will be very small first, once. Okay, like this. So, first the current is 0 and slowly rises, and after when this barrier potential becomes 0, then the current rises very fastly like this, and it increases rapidly and exponentially. Okay, like this. So, this is the forward characteristics of the VN junction diode. Okay, how the graph is drawn is, connect this circuit like this and fix this voltage and change the voltage across the junction by changing the position of this arrowhead on the rheostat, so that for every 1 voltage variation we have to take the current reading from this ammeter, so that a graph is drawn between the applied voltage and current, and the graph is like this. So, when the current slowly increases and after breaking the depletion layer, the current suddenly rises rapidly like this. So, this is the forward characteristics. Now, if we change the polarity of this battery like this, and now this PN junction is in reverse bias. Now, we have to change, because we have to change the ammeter range as microammeter. Instead of milliammeter range, we have to take a microammeter. So, the voltage same process is repeated again. So, first we have to take the voltage is 0, voltage across the junction is 0, and the corresponding current is taken. Now, the current is, in this case also the current is increased in steps of 0.1 or 0.5, in that way, whatever it is. So, we have to increase in uniform steps like this, and for every variation of voltage we have to note the current reading through this microammeter. So, as the current is 0 in the case of reverse bias, but due to the minority carriers there is a small reverse saturation current, that is in the order microamperes. So, the curve like this, and at a particular voltage, called breakdown voltage, the current suddenly rises like this. Because as we are applying negative voltage, so we are taking on the negative V axis, voltage axis like this. So, this is the reverse characteristics. So, the current slowly rises like this, due to this current is due to minority carriers, and at a particular point what happens is called breakdown voltage, where due to the applied voltage, that means by gaining the electrical energy of the inside the semiconductor, covalent bonds will break and free charge carrier suddenly rises, so that current suddenly rises in that circuit, and that is called breakdown voltage or avalanche breakdown. Actually, in PN junction it is called avalanche breakdown. So, this is the characteristic curve of PN junction diode. Breakdown voltage or VA, what we call it is. Okay. This is the VI characteristic curve of PN junction diode. This is forward bias characteristic and this is reverse bias characteristic. Okay. So what is characteristic curve means? The way graphical representation of variation of current and voltage of a device is called its VI characteristics. So this is the circuit of VI characteristic circuit of PN junction diode. First we have to note the forward characteristics. To make this diode, first we take positive, negative like this, so that positive is connected to P type and negative is connected to N type like this. This is P and N. So what we have to do is, we have to change the voltage across the junction by changing the position in rheostat. So for every, we have to increase the voltage across this junction in steps of 0.1 or 0.5, whatever it is, for our convenience. So that in steps we have to increase the voltage. For every voltage across the junction, we have to note the, in forward bias we have to take milliampere. We have to note the current and we have to tabulate those values, and a graph is drawn like this. This appears like, the graph appears to be like this, so that this graph explains that the current suddenly slowly rises as the VB strength decreases, and once VB becomes 0, this suddenly rises, the current suddenly rises like this. And in reverse bias, we have to reverse the polarities of this battery, external battery, like this, so that N type, negative terminal is connected to P type, positive terminal is connected to N type, and we have to change this micro ammeter as range microammeter. Same procedure is repeated. For different voltages, we have to take the current values and they are tabulated, and a graph is drawn like this, and the graph will be like this. So a small reverse saturation current flows through the circuit, and a particular voltage called breakdown voltage, where sudden rise of charge carrier means sudden breakage of covalent bonds, electron hole pairs are generated, free charge carriers increases, so which increases the conductivity. So sudden rise in current take place like this, and this is called, this is the VI characteristics of PN junction diode.